I finally got my hands on this small action camera. This is Insta360 GO 2, second iteration of the Go camera, and this one it's improved compared to the first version. And also you can see it's more lightweight and easy to take it everywhere with you. You can just put it inside your pocket and forget that it's even there. And then you don't make any kind of photos and videos because you actually forgot that you have a camera in your pocket. Joke aside, as you can see, this is really small camera. And what is really cool about this one, it's waterproof straight out of the box. And also, if you blow, it can vanish like this. Hey guys, it's Nemanja and welcome to another Tuesday Tech episode. Today we will talk about this really cool small action camera that is sent to me by Insta360 company, but this video is not sponsored by them. They didn't pay me to say anything about the camera. Everything that I say today, it's completely based on my own opinion of using and testing this camera for a certain period of time. Okay, now that we covered that, let me first show you what's in the box and then we will talk about for who this camera is meant for and what you can do with this, etc., what kind of options you have, and so on and so forth. First of all, this is the box that the camera is shipped in, and I already took it out, obviously. And inside you have the warranty, some other paper, stickers, etc. Also, you have the USB Type-C cable for charging this camera, and also you have two different mounting points. This is one that you can stick, this is a sticky one that you can stick to any kind of flat surface, and this is amazing because you can put a camera inside. This is the magnetic part because the camera has a magnetic back, you will see that, and you can put this on a window, on a shell, on a wall, doors, wherever you have a flat surface, and reuse it. You just need to wash this part again after using it and it becomes sticky again. So this is amazing. Also, we have this one. This is meant for putting it on the hat, so you can just use it like this for some really cool first-person view shots. And also we have another one. Let me show you. If I take the camera out, we have this. You can put it on yourself and have this kind of cool first-person view shots in front of yourself. And this is possible just because you get, let me show you, this really cool plate, magnetic plate inside the box, and you can use it to put a camera right there. And also this is adjustable, so you can adjust the height where you want to have your camera on your chest. Okay, now that we covered that, let's talk about this small unit. This is really small camera, as you can see, comparing to my palm, and it's really lightweight. It weighs only 27 grams, so you have a lot of cool possibilities with this. You can even mount it on any smaller, you can mount it on any basically FPV drone, but on smaller drones that supports lighter cameras, you can use it with that and take these kind of shots. You can mount it or put it on some really cool places that you cannot just put any kind of regular camera or GoPro, etc. You can put it inside of a glass where you cannot put a GoPro camera because it's bigger. This one is small. You can put it there and make some really cool creative shots by pouring the coffee water or whatever, but make sure that it's not hot. This camera is waterproof straight out of the box. It's waterproof up to 6 meters. So also it has changeable lens caps here. So if you scratch it, if you break it, you can just unscrew it and change it for a new one. This is really cool thing. And also make sure if you put this inside the water to make sure that the lens cap is on and it's really nicely screwed, tightly screwed on there. Also, what is amazing, it comes with the case like a previous one, but with this time it's a little bit different because this case is not just meant for charging the camera. You can see how small it is, but you can use this case for several things. First of all, you can use it for charging the camera. You can use it for changing the settings inside the camera because we have a small screen here and you can change all the settings and set the camera for certain shots, whatever you want, for certain either time-lapse, time shift, or star trails, or just photo, video, pro mode, etc. What this camera is capable of doing. Just from this casing, you don't need to connect your camera to the phone app. My phone is there charging it right now, to the phone app, and then to do everything from the phone. You can just take the camera from the pocket, open it, set the mode you want, press the record button, and you're ready to go to shoot videos, vlogging, some action shots, take photos, do time-lapse, whatever you want. So you can use this camera for vlogging. Obviously, it's really small, lightweight, and easy to take it everywhere with you. Just put it in your pocket, take it out, and just start recording like I'm doing right now. I'm curious about the sound quality, because if the sound quality is bad, then no matter how good the image quality is, it's not suitable for vlogging. So now the camera is currently inside the case. I will take the camera out. Okay, as you can see, it's outside of the case, and I'm curious if there is any kind of sound quality difference between the camera in the case or outside the case. Let me know down there in the comments below. Also, another cool thing is that you can take the camera out of the casing and mount it to anything that is magnetic. So I have this microphone here, and I can mount the camera, for example, like that. And I can go away from the camera, and I can start and stop recording or taking photos from this and using this as remote control, which is amazing. So you don't need to be near the camera to start and stop recording. Also, this camera has start stop recording button right there. So this whole portion is like acting like a button, so you can just start and stop recording from there too. Another thing on this case is that you can use it as a small tripod, because it has this really cool foldable legs, 2 legs, and you can use it like this and put it anywhere you want, adjust the angle and start recording some time lapses, etc. You don't need to take another tripod with you. Also, at the bottom of this case, you have 1/4 20 mounting point, so you can mount it on additional tripod, or you can, what I did, you can just screw it on like this, and then you can expand the selfie stick and just vlog like this away from yourself, like I did on this footage that you will see right now. Also, you can use a longer selfie stick to make some interesting photos from high above, or maybe a little bit forward yourself, and do something like this, and also record the audio while you're walking and maybe just doing casual vlogging. Or you can just run near the beautiful girl. Also, you can use the selfie stick to make some really cool creative shots, like from really high above, really down below the ground, or some different angles like you can see right in this clip. Okay, now let's talk about the resolution and frame rates that you can use with this camera. This small camera is capable of recording in resolution up to 1440p with 30 frames per second and 50 frames per second. If you want to slow your video even more down, then you can record the slow motion in 1080p up to 120 frames per second. There are different modes that you can use with this camera: regular video mode, pro video mode, I will talk about that in a moment, time-lapse, time shift, some star trail photography mode, also photo mode, the night photo mode, that it will take a burst of 9 raw photos and then stick them together to reduce the noise, and this is pretty cool. Also, you can use the JPEG and DNG, or the raw files with this camera. And also with the video you have 3 different profiles: standard, vivid and log. So with the vivid you will get the most vivid colors that you basically don't need to edit if you want to put it on social medias like Instagram, Facebook, etc. With the standard you will get a little bit more flatter look, not so vivid, but with the log you can grade it even more, because you will get the most flat colors out of the cameras. Also, that pro mode that I mentioned before is the mode that I use the most, because it's amazing. You can record video in pro mode, and later you can decide, do you want, later in post, you can decide, do you want vertical videos or horizontal videos? Do you want to put it as Insta stories or Facebook stories, or you want to make it square to put it in maybe Instagram post, or you want a 16:9 aspect ratio to put it on YouTube, etc. It's amazing that you can choose it later, because it will record a full portion of the sensor, and basically you can see like a big square, and then you can decide later in post, either on a phone app or in Insta360 Studio on your computer. You can decide which resolution you want or aspect ratio you want to use. Also, in a pro mode you have that flow state stabilization, which is amazing stabilization, that again you can use it either on your phone or your computer app. and just stabilize like this the footage, and it will be even better. In regular video mode, you need first to decide the aspect ratio and then to start recording, and you cannot change it later. So Pro mode, it's for me, it's much better. This camera has internal memory of 32 gigs, and 28 out of those 32 are available for us to store our footage. You cannot expand it by placing some external memory cards. There is no option for that. Only what you can do is to just take your phone, transfer the footage there, or to your computer, then delete everything from the camera and then start recording again. Considering the recording time, this camera can record continuously without stabilization up to 30 minutes. If you want the basic stabilization, you can record up to 15 minutes. And if you want to use Pro mode with flow state stabilization, you can record up to 10 minutes continuously. Also, one thing about the Pro mode, there is a horizon lock. So if you're in a Pro mode, no matter how you turn your camera upside down, left, right, whatever, the horizon will be always straight and locked, which is amazing while taking some really cool action shots. Okay, now that we cover all the basics, let's talk about who this camera is meant for. This camera is meant for everyday hobbyists, for people who love to record videos, taking photos, and share with their followers on social networks like Instagram, Facebook, or even YouTube. This camera is not meant for professional gigs, for people who cares about their pixels and the video quality to be the best of the best. This is not camera for that. This is camera for everyday vloggers, because you can take it like this and just press record button, vlog, transfer to your mobile phone, and just instantly upload to any kind of social networks, etc. Also, it's, as I already said, small, lightweight. Put it in your pocket, and wherever you are, you can just take it out, open it, press record button, and you're ready to record your everyday life or whatever you want to record. Also, it's small and convenient to put it in a different creative places to make some really cool creative content. So if you love to take videos, if you like to take photos and time lapses and things like that, this is amazing camera for that. I will not compare this with DSLR because it's not comparable with that. It's a completely different story. As I already said, it's meant for fun, for hobbies, for people to take it on a trips, to record some really cool adventures, etc. Comparing to a GoPro, this is GoPro Hero 7, the newest model is Hero 9, which is even bigger and heavier than this one, but let's compare the size difference just for fun. The size difference is more than obvious. The Go 2 is much smaller and lighter camera, and you can put a Go 2 in some places where you cannot even dream to put a GoPro in. But yes, the GoPro has a better video quality and 4K max resolution, while the Go 2 has the max resolution of 1440p. But again, I don't want to compare these two cameras because, as I already said, this camera is meant for everyday hobbies, enthusiasts, people who like to make video on daily basis and to share with their friends and family. This is really fun camera to use, and it's really convenient to use. You can charge it in a case, put it in a pocket, take out of the pocket, open it, press record, and start recording whatever you want. If you want to purchase this camera, the price of the Go 2 is $299 US. You have the links down there in the description. Also, currently, just for next 2 days, there is a spring sale on the Insta360 products, so you can take advantage if you want to purchase some other products, like for example Insta360 One X2 that I did a review a few months ago. You can check it, the review right there. And again, you have the links down there in the description. Okay, so my final thoughts about this camera is that I really love it. It's so fun camera to use, and obviously there are some negatives like in any products out there. So for me, the negative is that stabilization, it's not always 100% working. Sometimes in some darker environments, night scene, stabilization is a little bit off. There's some jittering and some artifacts in the background, but it's not so big deal, and it's not all the time, just sometimes. And that is something that I hope that will be improved in future firmwares. Also, another negative is that there are only 2 frame rates, 30 and 50 for the Pro mode. I would love if they include 24 and 48 frames per second for more cinematic shots. That would be amazing. and otherwise I don't have any kind of negatives. I cannot talk too much about the video quality because video quality is pretty good for the hobbyist camera. Yes, it can be better like a GoPro, but then again, as I already said, I don't want to do these kind of comparisons. So overall, I really like it. If you have any kind of questions regarding to this camera and I know the answer, I would be glad to answer it. Put the comments down there in the comment section below. Also, let me know, are you the guy who would like to use this camera and why? Right guys, that will be it for today. Have fun experiment and see you in my next fun video. Bye bye.